what we're doing right now that is wondering what we're switching back to, this is the CRM, because Closebot and GHL are two separate programs, but they work together very closely. So we're coming back into the Air for Business CRM, and we're going to be showing you how to properly set up the conversations inside of what is called workflows. It's just kind of like logic on the back end to make sure that it goes to your widget.
So now we're back inside the CRM. On the left side here, we're under the automation section. So you've got the little play button here. Inside of Closebot V4, the main thing you want to make sure is number 2, process message, is turned on. So this is what basically sends the message you get in your CRM. It takes that and sends it to Closebot so that Closebot can know to respond. So if this is not turned on, then the Closebot is not knowing, it doesn't know you're having a conversation. So this should say published. The rest of these, maybe you guys have training on this. I don't want to go back and get too crazy in all the other things, but this is more just kind of to help you as you're having conversation.
What you have to pay attention to is just the process message and setting up any special rules for information or for any of your bots. Everything else is pretty much they're diagnostic and they help, but they're not mission critical.
Yep, that's a good way to put it. And so then when you have conversations, you'll come to the conversations tab here, and you'll see that I was having a chat. So I'm going to go in and actually delete this contact. So that lives in the contact field here. If you go there, you can see all your contacts. And again, there's only me talking to myself. And the reason it says that is because it was a live chat. So it doesn't know my name just yet.
And the reason that's the case is that when you're working with chat widgets, for example, if you put a chat widget on your website, you can start a conversation with a chat widget without giving information about yourself. Meaning if you're not asking your name, if you're not asking email, it will treat you as a guest or information. So one thing that can help better, the word is enrich your leads, is that in your conversations is asking certain informations or setting up your chat widget to collect that information.
So just, I preset some of this stuff up, so I'll try to explain it real quick. So under the site setting, this is where you would build funnels, landing pages, websites, anything like that. In your account, you get some templates. So this comes preloaded in your account. I took the small business template. The one thing you'll need to do if you're going to do a chat widget is you'll actually need to go up here, and I'm zoomed in so it looks a little weird, but you'll need to hit chat widget on the top here. And then
once again, just how we got here is that we are in sites on the left side of the CRM. Along the top, there's a bunch of options. It's actually a little bit hidden on the right side. When you go into it, you might see it a little bit more conveniently just because we're so zoomed in. You can see all the way on the right, there's chat widget. We're going in the chat widget to set up the bot itself or the chat widget itself with Sarah.
Correct.
Or with Closebot.
And so I've already made one, but then once you've made it, just name it whatever you want. You call it website chat widget, and then you'll need to go back to whatever your website is. So again, I went back across the top here, the funnels, and then in this case, I'm using small business number 1.
And just going to put a pause real quick because I got the couple questions. So when we go back to, can you click on chat widget again?
Yes.
Just because it seems like there's an A or B situation. It's, do we want to create on one or do we want to create live chat? Was the question. So if you hit but the one that we created was live chat.
Correct. Yeah, if you're going to hook it up to the AI, I don't see a reason. This used to not be a thing. I always just go with live chat if you're going to hook it up with AI.
Mm-hmm. And then can you just click on live chat just so they can see?
Yeah, when you click on it, this is what it defaults to. It's got the little person with the question. You can go in here, you can customize it to your heart's desire pretty much. So I won't go into that, but you can pick colors, branding, greeting, all that kind of stuff. So this is stuff you guys can play around with. One of the things that you want to make sure is just go through the settings and make sure it basically says, what you want it to say. Welcome message. And then I always, this is a key here, so it's timeout. I always maximize the timeout because you want to allow the person that's on the other end as much time as they need to reply. So I think it defaults to 5 minutes. I can't remember, but I always just up it to the maximum. And then that's really all you have to do if you're getting it set up. So, but this is where, again, this is all fully customizable to what you want it to be. So I don't know if you had anything that you want to add to that.
No, just giving a good visual I know is super helpful, especially for me. Just one thing I want to note is that when you guys go into this, you won't see the black button on the right side. That black button is actually our live support that you get with GHL. That black button is not your widget. It'll be a different color.
And you can kind of see it there, the blue. That's the actual widget itself. Perfect. Okay. So once you have a widget, can you put, yes, this is what exactly I'm showing. So JN said, can we put the bot on landing pages? I'm showing you how to do this right now. So this is, again, create a chat widget. Needs to be live chat. So that's step one. You need to have a chat widget. Now you need to put it on a landing page, it's called a funnel in here. So go to funnels, pick the funnel you want to use. In this case, I'm using Small Business Template 1. That's just what I picked. So now there's this across the top and there's the lower across the top. So go to settings in the lower across the top. You'll go down to where it says chat widget and you'll pick your chat widget. So chat widget 1, whatever you name it, that's where you'll select it, because otherwise it'll have none by default. So that's how I kind of preset up the demo before we got on the call. All right. So now once you've done that, you can go back to your funnel here, which is Small Business Template number 1. And then you can preview it, even though there's no domain connected. So I don't have a URL. You just click this button here and you can view the page. So this is what it looks like essentially out of the box for the landing page. And then here's our chat widget we put together. So you can see here, it says enter your question and we'll get back to you. So this is, again, with the t-shirt example, this is what you'd put this on your website. And then, don't forget to save. So now we can start having a conversation with it. So we'll just say, hey, and then you'll see in just a second, it will respond back to me. Perfect. Hey there, what kind of product are you interested in? T-shirts, hats, or polos? And I mean, you can just say, right, not sure, trying to decide t-shirts or polos. And then you see it's thinking what it's going to say back. Got it. I can help you with that. So now it's diving in because it's trying to collect my contact information. And again, it's being, you saw how helpful it was being. So I can personalize some design ideas for you, that kind of stuff. So again, it's offering this stuff about mockups because of the friendly, enthusiastic nature that you gave it. And it wove in the email, right? So if so, just drop your email, I'll send them over. Perfect. So now, and I'll go back and explain kind of what everything here. No, it did not say it was AI, but I also did not ask it if it was AI.
So it's based on your disclaimers. For most conversations, you can express it or not express it. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes if you just want to ask direct information like this, it just really doesn't need to be spoken if they're getting help like this. But it's up to your prerogative. I
generally use, and I can show you where that will be. But I generally say something along the lines of, if asked, say you're an AI, but don't offer that up from the beginning, kind of thing. Perfect. And then you saw it sent me the link. So it says you can request a quote by visiting this link. And then, it's the right link. So just fill out the details and we'll get back to you soon. Let me know if you have any other questions. So now it's done. It's actually worked through all of the objectives and I'll show you what happened here. So now we're back in the CRM and we'll go to the conversations on the left side. And you can see that a couple things happened. So the first thing, this is the conversation that we had. So you can see it was this where it says live chat right here. That's letting you know what channel the conversation happened on. And then you can see the back and forth. This is just everything that happened in the chat widget itself. You can see it also updated my information. So, put my name in there, put my email, and then you can kind of see everything. You should be able to see a lot more details in the contact section. So you'll notice if we look at our bot here, we've got these quote link, these objectives here. CloseBot will pull this stuff in. The reason these are here is because when I connected the account, it had these objectives in there, but basically it's letting you know this is what it did. It got my name, it gave me it asked me about a quote and it gave me the quote link.
For anybody interested or wants, is curious about information, this is the kind of analytics or information.
Correct.
This is when I recalled earlier that I said a phrase called lead enrichment. What lead enrichment means is adding data or collecting information about a lead that is very, very useful as a lead. As it is shown, it's collect the name, the email, and specifically logged the information that it's collected regarding the objectives.